Revival of one of San Francisco's most beloved brands and institutions. Good evening, I'm Elizabeth Cook. 10 months after Anchor Brewing announced it was closing its doors, there are new signs of life. The billionaire owner of Chobani plans to buy the nation's oldest craft brewery. Anchor, as you know, has been a staple through its 127-year history, but could not survive a triple whammy of inflation, lingering effects of the pandemic, and a highly competitive craft beer market. Last July, beer lovers said goodbye to the brewery, forming long lines out the door on its last day. Now, there are still a lot of questions left about this acquisition, including the future of former workers and how Anchor Brewing will look once it's finally back open. Our Kevin Coe checked in with former workers and neighbors who are eager to celebrate the comeback.
I think the neighborhood really loves the spot. Was bummed when they heard it was closing, and great to see it coming back. I used to go to Anchor quite frequently. Great with the dog, bring kids in the stroller, things like that.
Anchor Brewing Company was a family affair with fans from across the pond.
I'm visiting from London, but we used to hit that spot quite a bit.
America's first craft brewery is on its way back after it was acquired by Shepherd Futures, the parent company of the Chobani yogurt brand. CEO and founder Hamdi Ulukaya released a video on social media this morning, speaking of the purchase.
I think the best time of San Francisco is yet to come.
It comes after a heartbreaking end for the brewery last July, when Sapporo chose to shut the brewery down. It left employees like Patrick Costello out of work.
At the end of the day, we just want to go back home to our jobs that we know and love.
I do wonder why working here is so important to you and everyone else.
It feels a lot bigger than what you are. It's the godfather of craft beer, so we wouldn't know craft beer today if it wasn't for Anchor.
The union, representing former production workers at Anchor Brewing, released this statement, asking to meet with Ulukaya as soon as possible to discuss bringing Anchor workers back.
I'm optimistic and hopeful about this new owner. I do appreciate that somebody came in and wants to keep with what the brand was and understand that the workers are kind of at the front of it.
Anchor's neighbors, like Kimmy, are optimistic too.
It's just like a huge life force for this neighborhood, but it's great to hear that they're coming back.
The life force is a good way of putting it. There'll definitely be more life force with it coming back. Cheers to Chobani, I guess. Yeah, thanks for saving Anchor.
So, while former workers are staying optimistic and many locals are obviously excited, it's still unclear when exactly Anchor Brewing Company will open its doors once again.